Hi, I'm Glenn Darcy, Vice President of Product Management for Arturia. Today I'm going to be showing you a little bit about MiniLab. Okay, today what I'm going to talk to you about on MiniLab is that when you power it up, it has a default that it loads up. It loads up a default that allows it to work very well with our MiniLab software. And I'll basically put our overlay on here. What that default does is it puts all of these encoders into what we call relative mode. When you turn the encoders, they send a different type of MIDI data. When you change a value, and I change a patch, even though I turn the knob, it's not jumping. So you can look at the this control here, and when I change the knob, it's not jumping back. Like if I turn it all the way over to here and turn the patch to here, now when I move the knob, it just picks up from where it last was. So that makes it really nice when you're working with MiniLab. It gives it a nice seamless feel. You don't have parameters jumping all over the place. They just seamlessly pick up from one to the other. What gets confusing to some people is when they try to then use it with their regular software and they turn a knob and all of a sudden it looks like the value is staying in the same position. That's because we're sending in relative mode. To change to absolute mode, we have presets 1, 3 through 8 that are all set up with absolute mode. So you just press and hold the shift, hit pad 1, and now all your encoders are sending in absolute mode. So this means that when you turn in a knob, it's going to go from a range of 0 to 127, being the maximum. Whereas in relative mode, it will send a constant value like 65 or 63. So if you want to then go back to working with MiniLab, then you can just hold down Shift, press number 2, and now they're back into relative mode. So preset 2, or the default power-up, works perfectly with MiniLab. Preset 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all of those are absolute modes. So remember, if you find yourself using the MiniLab with a piece of software and the value on screen doesn't change or it seems to be kind of jumping around in a midpoint, realize that no, this is not broken, but you just need to go into an absolute mode to have your software work correctly. Now, of course, you can go through and you can set up any of these presets to be whatever you want via our MIDI Control Center software.